Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, my dear students and learners, how are you? I think all of you are well mentally and physically. Actually, it is very difficult to remain well at present situation because all of you know that the whole universe has been affected by a severe virus called COVID-19. Can you tell me what COVID-19 stands for? Yes, COVID stands for coronavirus disease, and 19 indicates that this virus was started at first in China at the end of December in 2019. For this reason, it has been regarded as COVID-19. Okay. Anyway, my dear listeners and viewers and students, we are sorry to say that we are not taking class directly because of the severe virus called COVID-19. For this reason, we have started taking online class. So, I welcome to online class all of you. I request all of you to pay complete attention towards the lesson which I am going to discuss in front of you. Okay. Anyway, my dear listeners and learners, today I will discuss the classification of sentences. This class is suited for the student of class 10. Okay, as I have written down on the board, class 10, subject English second paper. Okay, and topic of my discussion is classification of sentences. Okay, now my dear learners, before going to main point, I would like to say something regarding the sentences. Can you tell me what sentence is? Yes, sentence indicates some meaningful words. I am repeating, sentence is a group of words which expresses a complete idea. Okay. Now, for example, I am writing a letter. Mina is watching TV in the room. Kalam is playing football in the field. Education aims at developing mind and body. So, these are the instances of sentences. Okay. Now, by the listeners and learners, it is noticeable that structurally sentence is of three kinds. First of all, simple sentence. Secondly, compound sentence. And last of all, complex sentence. Okay. Now, can you tell me what simple sentence is? Yes, the sentence which contains one subject and one finite verb is called simple sentence. I am repeating, the sentence which contains one subject and one finite verb. The verb which is limited to its gender, person, number, aspect, moods and voice is called finite verb. Okay, so simple sentence contains only one subject and one finite verb. For example, by reading the book, you will know of the story. Okay, of the story. Similarly, without drinking pure water, you will not keep well. Okay, so these are the instances of simple sentence. Now, my dear learners, I am giving some sign of simple sentence. Please observe here very carefully. You know, there are some signs of simple sentence. For example, by plus gerund, without plus gerund, at the age of, at the time of, to, dot 2 plus verb 1, in spite of, because of. So, these are the signs of simple sentence. Now, my dear listeners and learners, I am giving some instances following such kind of signs. By reading the book, you will know of the story. By plus gerund. Similarly, without drinking pure water, you will not keep well. Without plus gerund. Jerry came here at the age of 4. Okay. Because of his being ill, he cannot work in the field. Similarly, Kalam is too weak to work in the field. He died at the age of 50. At the time of my reading, Kalam came to me. So these are the instances of simple sentence. Now, my dear learners, it is noticeable that there are some signs of compound sentence. Now, I am giving these signs. Please observe here very carefully so that you can obtain proper knowledge on the sentences which I am giving to discuss in front of you. Okay. Number 2, compound sentence. Can you tell me what compound sentence refers to? Yes, I am telling the answers. This sentence which contains two coordinate clauses and these clauses are connected to and, but, or, either, neither, not only, but also. etc. is called compound sentence. Okay. So, compound sentence also contains some signs. Now, I have given some signs of compound sentence on the board. Please observe here very carefully. First of all, I am telling and, but, either, neither, not only, but also. Okay. So, I am writing down some instances for such kind of signs. Please observe here very carefully. Kalam went to market and bought some books. Okay. Some books. Similarly, Mamun is rich but miser. Okay. Similarly, he is not only honest but also liberal minded. Okay, liberal minded. So these are the instances of compound sentence. Now I started very short and limited. So I am giving another classification of sentence that is called complex sentence. Okay. Number 3. Complex sentence. What is complex sentence? Yes, this sentence which contains one principal clause and one or more than one subordinate clause is regarded as complex sentence. I am repeating so that you can understand me. This sentence which contains one principal clause or main clause and one or more than one subordinate clauses is regarded or is called complex sentence. Okay. Like the simple and compound sentence, complex sentence also contains some signs. Now I am telling some signs in front of you. Since, as, because, WH word, if plus positive, if plus negative, although, though, so that, so that, etc. So these are other instances, these are the signs of complex sentence. Now, my dear learners, I am giving some instances or examples on the board. Please notice here very carefully. Okay. When he went to market, he bought a book. Okay. Similarly, if you work hard, you will prosper in life. Prosper in life. Kalam is so weak that he cannot work. Okay, so these are the instances of complex sentence. I am telling more examples. Although he is rich, he is miser. Since Kalam is ill, he cannot work in the field. If you do not work hard, you will not get money. So these are the instances of complex sentence. Okay. Now, my dear learners and listeners, now I am changing the sentences. Okay. Meaning that I am changing the complex sentence into simple sentence. Okay. Please notice here very carefully. Now I am telling some rules of changing from complex sentence to simple one. Please observe here very carefully and properly so that you can obtain proper knowledge on the sentence. Okay. Rule number 1. If the complex sentence starts with when and if there is an indication of time, and if you want to make it a simple sentence, then we have to withdraw when plus subject, and instead of when plus subject we have to start the simple sentence by gerund. Okay, sorry, present participle, verb plus ing, and the rest of the sentence will remain intact. For example, when he closed the door, he started reading. Okay, so it is a complex sentence, and if you want to make it simple sentence, then we have to start with participle. And instead of when plus subject, we have to start with present participle. Okay, closed. It is past form. We have to write the first in present form. Then we have to use verb plus ing with the main verb. Okay, closing the door. He started reading. Okay. Similarly, when he finished the work, he went out. Simple. Finishing the work, he went out. Okay. Rule number 1 has finished. Number 2. If the complex sentence starts with when and if there is any indication of age, then in this respect, if we want to make a simple sentence, then we must use at the age of. Instead of when plus subject, we have to start the sentence with at the age of. Okay, and the rest of the sentence will remain intact. For example, when Jerry was 4, he came to orphanage. Okay, simple. At the age of 4, Jerry came to orphanage. Okay. Similarly, when he was 80, he died. At the age of 80, he died. Okay. So we have finished rule number 2. Now we are starting rule number 3. Okay. If the complex sentence starts with when, if an indication of continuous tense. In this respect, we have to start at the time of. Then we have to write down possessive form of the subject. Then we have to start. We have to write down verb plus ing, and the rest of the sentence will remain intact. For example, when I was reading, Kalam came to me. Okay, simple. If you want to make a simple sentence, at the time of my reading, Kalam came to me. Okay, came to me. Similarly, when I was playing football, Kalam came to me. At the time of my playing football, Kalam came to me. It's noticeable that my is the possessive form of the subject I. So I have used my. Okay, at the age of my reading, Kalam came to me. Okay. Now, rule number 3, rule number 4. I am telling the rule number 4. If the complex sentence starts with although, and if you want to make a simple sentence, then we must use in spite of, and then we have to use the positive form of the subject. Then in respect of be verb, we have to use being, and in respect of main verb, we have to use verb plus ing. Okay, and then the rest of the sentence will remain intact. For example, although he is rich, he is miser. Okay, simple. In spite of his being poor, being rich, he is miser. Okay, it is noticeable that we have used in spite of instead of although. Then the possessive form of the subject, he, possessive form is his, then miser was were. In this respect we have to use being, and the rest of the sentence will remain intact. Similarly, although they have riches, they do not help the poor. Simple, instead of having their riches, they do not help the poor. Okay, so number 5, if the complex sentence starts with if plus positive, and if you want to make a simple one, then we must start the sentence with by plus gerund. Okay, and rest of the sentence will remain intact. For example, if you work hard, you will get money. Okay, simple sentence. If you want to make a simple one, by working hard. Okay, by plus gerund, by working hard, you will get money. Okay, similarly, if you read the book, you will know of the story. Simple, by reading the book, you will know of the story. And it is noticeable that if the complex sentence starts with if, and if the sentence becomes negative in form, then in this respect, in order to make simple sentence, we must use without plus verb plus ing. Okay, that is called without plus gerund. For example, if you do not eat balanced diet, you will become ill. Okay, if you want to make a simple sentence, then without eating balanced diet. Okay, without eating balanced diet, you will become ill. Okay, similarly, if you do not work hard, you will not get money. Simple, without working hard, you will not get money. Okay, so we have finished rule number 5. Now we are doing rule number 6. Okay, if the complex sentence contains so ... in this respect, if you want to make a simple one, then we must use instead of so, we have to use to, and instead of that, we have to use 2 plus verb 1. Okay, and the rest of the sentence will remain intact. For example, Kalam is so weak that he cannot move. Okay, he cannot move. Simple sentence. Kalam is too weak to walk. Okay, it's not sure that we have used to instead of so, and adjective, we have used adjective, and instead of that we have used to plus verb one, to move, sorry, we have to use to move. To move, understand me? Similarly, Mina is too dull to understand the mathematics. Rina is so dull that she understands the mathematics. Similarly, more examples. Kalam is so poor that he cannot help me. Simple. Kalam is too poor to help me. Okay. So these are the instances of complex sentence. Now, my dear listeners, I am telling the last rule. Okay, please notice here very carefully. Rule number 7. We will finish within very short time. Please notice here very carefully. If the simple sentence contain subject plus verb plus object plus present participle, and if you want to make a complex sentence, then in this respect we have to use subject plus verb plus object plus relative pronoun according to the demands of the subject, and was a major was that is called be verb, and the rest of the sentence will remain intact. I am giving some instances on the board. Please observe here very carefully. I saw the girl reading a book. Okay. So it is simple sentence. If you want to make a complex sentence, here we have to use I saw the girl who was reading a book. Okay. Please notice here, subject plus verb plus object plus who. You know, who is a relative pronoun. So if the object becomes a person, then we have to use who. And if the object becomes a material thing, then we have to use who is. Okay. And in respect of animal, little animal, we also use who is. Okay. For example, I saw the bird flying in the sky. Complex, I saw the bird which was flying in the sky. Okay. Similarly, giving more examples, I saw the boy playing football in the field. Complex, I saw the boy who was playing football in the field. Okay. Now, my dear learners and students, I hope that you have obtained proper knowledge on the topic which I have already discussed in front of you. So, I request you to pay heed to your lesson as well as to your book. So now I am giving a homework. Okay, you must write down some notes and you must memorize some rules in order to make the sentences. Okay, so I think that you have understood my lesson. So let us finish today. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.